Hey guys, so this is gonna be a little chit chat. Get ready with me. This is the final look. Spoiler, I know the video is kind of long, but I did most of my makeup off screen because I feel like I couldn't concentrate on either the chat or the makeup. I did do the eye look on screen, camera, whatever, but I just kind of talked a little bit about infertility and about other things that have happened in my life. So if you want to chit chat and get ready with me, go ahead and keep on watching. Don't forget to click subscribe and the like button. Alright, so I might look a little silly. It's alright. What am I here for? Not to look silly. Y'all might see the edges. I just kind of have this behind me so that the light really concentrates on me. I've already done some unnecessary video things, which is prime my eyelid, and I use my Maybelline Fit Me concealer and I just rubbed it in my eye. And in order to set that, I use the Bone Shade in my chocolate bar pot because yes, I do still use this religiously. So I use just this Bone Shade just to set. I know this is like a chatty get ready with me, but I'm just gonna tell y'all what I'm getting ready for. I have an ugly sweater Christmas party, first one ever. Pretty excited about it, but you know, since the sweater's gonna have a lot going on, I just kind of want to keep my eye look very natural. The reason that I have the tape on today is to help me wing out my shadow, not necessarily my liner, because I do have hooded eyes and do not like the wing liner doesn't really work for me. It kind of makes it like droop. So I want to wing out my shadow a little bit to just make it a little bit of dramatic, but at the same time keeping it very neutral, using very neutral colors so that it's not like bam and then bam on my shirt. So yeah, in this get ready with me, I guess I would like to talk about my PCOS per se. And we know, I've mentioned it before, so if you've watched some of my videos before, you know I have PCOS. It's no secret. And if this is the first video that you are watching, welcome. I'm Marley and I have PCOS. Honestly, I've known for almost 3 years and have been, I guess, not aggressively trying to conceive for those 3 years, but it's always been like, oh, I hope it happens, oh, I hope it happens, oh, I hope it happens. And I've gone through phases where I've changed my diet, I've done this, I've done that, and it hasn't happened. See, with me, as soon as I slip up in a diet, it's everything I worked for is gone. Like, there is no there's just no, oh, I gained a pound. No, it's like, what am I trying to say here? It's just very hard for me to lose weight and keep it off, basically. So I've been doing a lot of research and I have found that there's this vitamin, a natural herb actually, called Vitex. And Vitex is supposed to help, naturally of course, because it's an herb, with regulating periods. So that's another symptom I have of PCOS. I know not everybody has these same symptoms, but that is one of mine. My periods are pretty much absent, so it's harder for my body to ovulate. I'm not saying that you can't ovulate without a period, it's just tougher. My body is not producing enough of those mature eggs. Basically my eggs don't mature, so they just become like little cysts sitting in my ovaries. And a period is supposed to help flush that, or kind of clean your ovaries out, right? So that doesn't quite happen with me. I will say, and I haven't told anybody this other than my boyfriend, like not even my family, I did do 1 round of Clomid, and a Clomid is a medicine that is supposed to help you ovulate and help those eggs become mature, and it did not take my first round, which sucked. And then Clomid is supposed to make your period come as well, which it did, but by the time that my period came, I do mail order prescriptions. My prescription did not get here in time for me to start my 2nd round of Clomid, and my period has not come back since then. So I haven't done a 2nd round of Clomid because my period has not come back. I haven't had a period in almost 2 months. I have had like a day of bleeding. I wouldn't even say like bleeding, like heavy spotting, and a lot of other days with light spotting, but it's not like a continuous amount of days. It's like random days here and there. So it just gets hard, and I've called the doctor's office and they never called me back, but I'm not stressing too much about it because I heard about Vitex and I want to try it instead of taking a medication to make my period come. I want to see if Vitex makes my period come, and I'm going to try to keep this conversation kind of simple because I don't want to get too emotional about it, seeing as how I am doing my makeup. And this tape is not going to work for me, is it? Probably because I already have a moisturizer and mascara now. Yeah, so I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube as well, and reading articles, and even people that are not trying to conceive, just people who have like hormone imbalances in general swear by Vitex cinnamon. Stop. I still have cinnamon, y'all. She's over there. I won't try to move the camera because I haven't set it up exactly how I need to have it set up, if that makes sense. I don't have a beauty room. I don't have this. I don't have that. So this is just kind of like perfect, like right here. What was I saying? Oh, so yeah, even people who are not trying to conceive swear by Vitex that it helped like their cycle come and stuff. So I'm hoping that if anything, it at least helps me with my cycle, and if anything, I can do Clomid from there. I just started following a girl yesterday, like last night, and it appears that she had received her prescription for Clomid, and she was getting ready to start when she found out she was pregnant after doing 5 rounds of the Vitex, or 5 months basically of the Vitex. So I feel like, yeah, if it takes that long, then it takes that long. I mean, I think she started ovulating after the 2nd month or something like that. So I don't know. I mean, this is all still just a learning journey for me. Like, PCOS is so common, but yet there's so many doctors that do not tell you about how to help it. It's like they don't know, and they don't want to know. I feel like a lot of doctors don't necessarily want to know how to help or how to cure PCOS. Not that there's a cure, but they just say, oh, lose weight and you'll feel better. But it's like, well, my new OBGYN, she was like, well, of course they're going to tell you to lose weight, but of course you can't lose weight. You have PCOS. And I'm not saying it's impossible to lose weight. It's just very hard. Very hard. And I know my eating habits can be better. I know my exercise habits can be better. But honestly, at the moment, they're just not. And I feel like, why should my life depend on it when there's so many people whose life doesn't depend on it? Does that make sense? don't even feel like doing my makeup. It's that. I love doing my makeup. It's just this topic kind of just really like gets to me for real. And that's why it's a little hard. What happened to the brush I just had? Oh, right next to the palette. I'm just kind of, I feel like, I don't know if it's the lighting. I feel like it's not coming out as great as I want it to be. I am doing Zumba after work. This past week I didn't stay many days because I had a lot of stuff going on. I had to be at places at certain times, and so I couldn't stay too much. Stay like one day last week, but I usually stay 4 to 5 days. Doing Zumba with one of my co-workers, and she's pretty awesome. Like, we don't ever really talk on a personal level. We're really just like co-workers, not really friends. But she's awesome in a way where she's like, I'm staying today, you should stay today, come on, let's do this. She motivates me to stay, and she knows. She's like, sometimes I just rather get it over with because I know when I get home I'm not gonna want to do anything. And isn't that the case with everybody? Maybe not everybody. Maybe you're like some superhuman who gets energy after they've been teaching all day. Not me. Y'all, I feel bad. There's one of my classes, and I'm not gonna say which one. Let's just say that they are not my favorite class at all. That's sad. Like, after seeing this class, I'm ready to come home and go to sleep. Sometimes I feel like I'm falling into a depression, and I know that's a big statement to make, but I just do not like this class. I don't, and I don't know why. It's just something about them that I cannot stand. Seriously, it's like WTF. I don't know if I'm liking this look. But before I continue, I'm going to go ahead and start filling in my brows so that I can do the under eye highlight when I'm done. And I'm actually just gonna fill in my brows with eyeshadow. This is the Beauty Creations Butterfly, and I'm just gonna take the black shade with this angled Eco Tools and fill in my eyebrows. What's wrong, Cinnamon? I think she's weirded out by my background, because it's like it's always just been there, but I really didn't film since I got her. And what I did film, I basically just deleted off the SD card to make room for this. And I really, at first I was like, let me just upload some of these old videos, but then I was like, I'd rather just give them fresher, newer content with what's going on with me now. I need to check when my Vitex is getting here. I did order also a new OPK kit, which I received already. I wish they would have mailed them out together, but they didn't. And I haven't started checking ovulation just because I want to wait until I start the Vitex. So my plan, I think, is going to be not to check ovulation until after I get my first cycle with Vitex. However long that may be, I'd rather just wait until I get it, because you know you usually ovulate after you get your period. So I'd rather just wait until I get it and then ovulate instead of wasting ovulation sticks and I haven't even gotten my period to kind of kickstart my ovulation, you know. Sorry, this is in y'all's way for real. Here we go. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna take like a little more concentrated brush and just kind of go in that corner where I really want it to go dark. Why do I feel like I'm so lost? Like I don't know how to talk to y'all. I've talked to y'all before. I am gonna tell y'all, I had tried to start a weight loss journey and I have yet to change my diet. Like I said, I have been doing Zumba, which has been going really well. Except for this last week where I had my flat tire, I had my wax appointment, I had to get my boys, I had to do this, I had to do that. I know it just kind of sounds like excuses, but it's not. I promise next week I will be back in it for real. I had a faculty meeting. It was just so much. And I know that her name is Miss Torres. I know Miss Torres was busy this week as well because she received a lot of things that she ordered for her home, because unfortunately her home was one of the homes that flooded. And if y'all don't know, I am from Houston, and yes, people are still fixing their homes even though it happened in August. People are still working on their homes, definitely. And there's a lot of people that are nowhere near done. I know this past week she's like, I can't stay tomorrow because we just got our door. Literally, it's like that. And there's people that haven't gotten anything yet. She's like, we ordered our door online and we finally got it in, so I want to go home. I'm excited to put it in. Of course, who's not going to be excited to put in a new door when yours was all wet and rotty, you know? Like, I do feel bad that I wasn't able to help her out during the hurricane. I did record a video after the hurricane / during the hurricane, just keeping y'all updated, but it would not upload for the lot. Like, I tried so many times, so many different ways, and it just would not upload. So I couldn't keep y'all updated. But basically my mom's house, because that's where it was, I didn't stay in my apartment, I went to my mom's house. It didn't flood. There was street flooding and it kept rising and rising and rising, and when it got almost to the garage, I literally went down the street to where the drainage pipes are, and I grabbed this big old broomstick. I took this big old broomstick with me and I started kind of like jabbing at the drainage, because the water was a standstill. It was not going down the drain. And once I started poking at it and poking at it and poking at it, you could see the little like whirlpool stuff, like where it was finally beginning to drain. Neighbors were all outside and they saw me, and because that street only has two, where I was and then across the street from where I was standing. So the people that live across the street from, well, at the drainage pipe across the street, they tried, but the man was such a scary cat, which I understand. You never know what's in the flood water, especially when you're messing around the drainage pipe. You don't want to slip and fall. That water was deep as fuck. Literally, I was standing on the curb still. I didn't step into the street. I didn't want to step into the street because I didn't want to slip and fall into the drainage pipe. But standing on the curb, the water was to my waist. So I know if I would have stepped down off the curb, it would have probably been to my chest. And that was just street flooding. It hadn't reached the houses yet. So another guy crossed over to, okay, the last video cut off, of course, my life. But basically, I was outside in the rainwater, in the flood water, unclogging drainage pipes. Eventually my mom went and did it too. We did it for like 3 days straight, because every single time it rained, it would start, the street flooding would start again. But we were lucky that it never reached the house, inside the house. It was scary though, because we definitely had you know, tornadoes around us, and those are things that you can't really control, you know. At least with the flood, you can watch it coming in and you can make your choice to evacuate or to stay. But when a tornado touches down, it just touches down. We don't have, you know, what's up, cinnamon? We don't have basements or cellars or anything like that to go into. We're just kind of screwed. So we just been like one day without electricity, and I don't even know if it was really that long, because my neighbors have like, one of them has like COPD or something like that. Basically they have trouble breathing, so they have like a machine that they use to help them breathe from time to time. Like, they're not permanently connected on it. It's kind of like a little oxygen machine, I guess. And cinnamon, get down. So she called and she told them about they're elderly. They've been in their neighborhood longer than my parents have been, and they moved in there a month before I was born. I'm 27. So I think that helped the lights come on, but it definitely was close to 24 hours, I would say, before we got them on. Which, I mean, it's not like bad, but it's not like good either with my neighbor's health problems and stuff. I swear, I only feel lost when I'm trying to film a video. That's when I can't find things. That's exactly when. I bought these like hard candy little mini setting sprays. These shits have the worst sprayers ever. Anyways, so yeah, with Hurricane Harvey, I would consider us very lucky, very blessed. Did we get stressed out? Of course. You know, you see the water coming up to your garage and you're like, shit, what if it comes more? What if it comes in? What if it comes in? What if it comes in? And I'm smiling now, but this is like mega powerful. Actually, that one wasn't as bad as the other one. I'm just spraying some into the cap so that I could dip my brush and then dip shadow. Does that make sense? It has to make sense because I said it, and everything I said makes sense. As Jerry. Oh man. So anywho, I think I want this color. Yeah, it was interesting. It was scary. It was a learning experience, and it's funny because my mom was like, I didn't know what we were gonna do, but I'm not gonna lie, I was scared and I was just going to follow you. She's like, whatever you decided you wanted to do, we were gonna do it. You were in charge. She's like, even if they think I was in charge, because we had one of my nephews there, my niece, her babies, her boyfriend, my boys, which if you don't know, they're not biologically mine. I am stepmom. Jerry had to work and the boys were with me. They were not with their mom. She did check in on them from time to time, but it's still kind of like a heavy, like, I have these young children's lives in my hands. And it's like, talk about like doing real like mom work. Not saying that I never treat them like they're my kids, because I always treat them like they're my kids, so much so that I have to explain to people that they're my stepkids because they think that they are my own. And because to me it's like, why would you be in a serious relationship with somebody what did I say? Why would you be in a serious relationship with somebody that has children if you are not ready to accept those children as your own? Like, you shouldn't do it. If you are not prepared mentally, then you shouldn't do it. And that's point blank. Like, people tell me that I'm lucky to have, Jerry is lucky to have me in his life because of the way I treat the boys. But like I said, in reality, what is the point of you being in a relationship with somebody if you can't treat their kids with the same love and respect that you would treat your own kids? I mean, I see a future with Jerry, so why would I not see a future with the boys? So yeah, it was definitely scary because I definitely had to, I feel like I had to seriously step up more than I ever do. Oh shit. So it was interesting, and it was, by the end of it, literally I was stuck in my mom's house for, hooded eyes, I just fucked that up. Literally I was stuck in my mom's house for 5 days, and I say stuck because my route home was blocked. Even when I made it home, I had to take home like 5 different freeways because my main route home was blocked for at least 2 or 3 weeks after Harvey even came, because it dips down. Literally there was about 20 feet of water. And I know that sounds crazy, and I'm not exaggerating. The bridge stands at, it dips under a bridge, and the height clearance on the bridge for the semis is 16 feet 8 inches. So that's where the sign is, right where the bridge starts, but the water came above almost the bridge. So I'm gonna say it was closer to 20 feet. I don't think I still have pictures. I didn't go, but I was like taking pictures of like different people's snaps and stuff. If I can find it, I'll try to insert the pictures, but I don't think I still have them. So yeah, it took me like 5 different freeways to get home. But I was just so ready to get out of my mom's house. I mean, I've been living here with Jerry for 3.5 years, and I was just so tired of my knees. Sorry if you're watching this, Linda, I love you, but you get on my nerves. She's psycho, she's emotional, I'm very like, I mean, yes, I can be emotional too, and I understand the stress was getting to her because she has 2 young babies. I mean, her babies literally just turned 2 and 1, so I totally understand. But I was just so done with it. I was like, look, we're gonna be fine, because she was like crying like, we need to leave, we need to leave. My mom keeps calling me because her mom evacuated, so my mom keeps calling me and she's telling us to leave. I think we should listen to her. I'm just gonna take off. And it's like, why would you take off when you don't even know where to go? Like, there's nowhere for us to go. Anywho, that was Hurricane Harvey. Yeah. These eyes are coming out okay. I hope they look okay on the camera. I've noticed that sometimes, you know, me like sitting here doing my makeup, they look like, damn girl, you could be a pro. And then when I take pictures, it's like, what the fuck were you doing? Like, how did you even get that? What the hell is that? So I don't know why in cameras it looks different than in like real life. Like in, I don't know. I don't know why mirrors be tricking you, basically. I want to know why. Why do mirrors trick you? Does anybody have an answer for that? Anybody at all? Comment down below. Seeing this is what I use the tape for, because when I take it off, it's going to have that little sharper line back here at the end. And if you're wondering, I haven't done face makeup. I just have moisturizer on because it is cold outside and my skin is really dry, and if I don't do moisturizer first thing in the morning, you can just give up hope there. I feel like that looks different. Okay, and I'm gonna add a little bit of that. Just right there, literally, right. Nothing serious. So let's take this tape off. Look at that. Yep, that's crazy. That's so crazy, but I love it so much. So I don't use the tape trick a lot, like I said, with these hooded. Do they even look the same? With these hooded eyes, it's hard for me to do a like a makeup look that I really like with liner or wings. Oh Lord. Okay, I'm about to finish my makeup. Like, I'm gonna do my face. See, I need to add a little bit more moisturizer here. I'm gonna do my face and I'll come back and close the video up. Okay, makeup's done minus the lips. I usually wait for the lips to be the absolute last thing. Let me know what y'all think about my look. Jerry's gonna kill me when he sees these fake lashes. He's not a fan of fake lashes, although I have been doing like individuals and I freaking love them. However, when they started like unsticking, instead of me like sitting there and waiting for like oil to soak in or the eyelash remover to soak in, I just kind of, and so I have like literally, okay, I have some lashes, but they're not as long as they used to be, so I'm not doing individual lashes for a while. This is a strip lash, and honestly, this is probably the best I have ever put on a strip lash. I suck at putting on strip lashes. That's why I went to individual, and individual is so much easier, especially these, which are by Kiss, because it's like 3 individuals, and you literally just kind of fill in as you go. But these are from AOA Studio, which is from shopmissa.com in the style Alexis. They are so freaking beautiful. I feel like y'all can't tell me nothing. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Bam, y'all can't tell me nothing. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Anyways, so I know it's kind of a little bit over the place, but all over the place, but at the same time I wasn't. It was just, I don't know, I guess incomplete thoughts. But if y'all want to know more about Hurricane Harvey, which is long gone, but if y'all want to know more about that and how you can help people who have been affected, let me know. I can make a short video about that. If y'all want to know more about PCOS let me know, or about my journey with Vitex whenever it gets here. I can definitely do that. I can keep y'all updated, and I'll, you know, set alarms on my phone like record today, record today, record today. Usually Saturday mornings are when I tend to record, because that's the only time I have the house to myself. We pick up the boys Saturday afternoon, so they're with me Sunday morning, and I don't want to record and wake them up. We live in a 2-bedroom apartment, so it's not a lot of places that I can just go and record. Also, if y'all want to know more about makeup that I'm wearing, let me know. Basically anything y'all want to know, just leave it down below. I'm on YouTube all the freaking time, every day, multiple times a day, so I will get back to you. And if it's a video request, I will film it as soon as I am able to and put it up as soon as I'm able to. That is a promise, and promises mean everything to me. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed my little chat, and until next time, y'all be safe. And just in case I don't come back before Christmas, which I hope I do, have a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate or choose not to celebrate, and Happy New Year. But I'm pretty sure I'll be back before then. I also shopped at Shop Miss A, and I picked up my box yesterday. So if y'all want to know what I got from Shop Miss A, let me know. And I have a BH Cosmetics box coming, so if y'all want to know that, let me know too. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye guys, or bye y'all.